Om Hosaphavaya Namaha. Om Jagadguru Sadguru Bhagavan Sri Vishwamahamunaye Namaha. So this is 33. Third, most urgent emergency call to each and every human being on the earth, because there are 15,000 atom bombs are hanging over our head. This is one side, and the other side, yes, AB side. That is the AB side. The AB side is the one side, nuclear fatal attacks. About 50,000 atom bombs, which are all under the control of only a few top politicians. Mind that, not under the control of the people or the country. Mind that. These are all the top politicians are eccentric. Because of their workload, they are always in tension. Understand that? That such a precarious condition we have been living now, the human beings. One side is being attacked by these three, and the AC side is the terrorism, and the CS side is the E and E damage, fatal attacks, ecological and environmental fatal attacks, such as earthquake, global warming, volcanic eruptions, flood, tornado, storms, such things, tsunami. These are all. The worst case scenario is the Syria. The INA itself calls it the hell on the earth. You see, they are all our own kith and kin. Mind that. The whole world is one family, human family. Only because of the ignorance, NBIA, national border, ignorance, illusion, imagination alone. This one land has been divided into 200 countries and making this NBIA as the deciding factor for world peace. How it can be a deciding factor for world peace? As long as this NBIA exists, no world peace can exist. Only the destruction, we will be rushing towards the total destruction. What happened in 1945? Only 2 atom bombs. Now, 20,000 atom bombs. What? Please, kindly think. To produce all, whose money all this, whose toil all this, whose blood all this? It is our own blood. These politicians making this, the selfish politician, the eccentric politician making these 200 countries, and they are producing in the name of defending the national border. They are producing lethal weapons infinitely. Why? Because of the existing political systems. There is no other solution also. There is no other solution. There are democracy, communism, imperialism, is that there is no other solution. Nobody knows other than this. Everybody is trying to solve the problems, keeping this the national border NBI intact. How is it possible? So it is never possible to have world peace, keeping the national border, which is the root cause of all the problems, all the wars, all the calamities, and keeping it intact. How can you get peace? It's illogical, unscientific. Therefore, it is impossible. That's why the triangular fatal attacks erupted. Only because of this, mainly this national border. Even if you remove that, aware all the politicians joining together and coming to the conclusion that let us form only one world government and let us dismantle and we will live peacefully. Even if it happens, it is next to impossible. Even though let us assume that even it happens, it will not long last. Why? Because the Holy Surdi knowledge, the doubles education is lacking. So there's inner negative potentiality would be there ever, unless otherwise the Holy Surdi knowledge is inserted, you cannot expect the inward in peace inwardly. Only if you get peace inwardly, then only you will get peace outwardly, the world peace. So the individual peace and within oneself. There is no way to get peace except through the Holy Surdi knowledge. Only acquiring the Holy Surdi knowledge alone. So for the textbook, the Holy Surdi knowledge, to acquire the Holy Surdi knowledge, the Holy Surdi itself has been not absent, has been hidden, have been obscured, has been darkened by the Almighty Himself, in order to teach us lesson, in order to make us our mind aware of that pathetic condition of the modern world, the modern political systems. Therefore, you must aware of the negative potentiality of these modern political systems. That awareness being created continuously by the great scientists like Brian Tone, Dr. Ira, and so many scientists are making awareness of the chaotic condition of the modern world due to nuclear culture. But nobody knows the sustained solution. They want to dismantle the atom bombs. No, atom bombs should not be procured, that is created, maintained. Totally should avoid. This only all the countries should accept. Even if they accept, just like before 1940s, the same condition, no atom bombs were invented on those days. On those days, was the world peaceful? No. Continuously the war was going on. The Lord Jesus taught Ahimsa, Satya, Vairagya, non-dual, one God reality. But who cared? The bloody Christians, the pseudo-Christians made war with the other parties. War, that is just like what is called the Holy Cross War. It was running hundreds of years, killing millions of people. It was going on. See, is it not insulting to Bhagavan Jesus Christ? So, in this way, the Christianity is the pseudo religion. So, this is not the Christianity means the religion that follows the footsteps of Jesus Christ. But does the Christianity follow the footsteps of Bhagavan Jesus Christ? No. It is faith. But these Christian countries are making war everywhere. Those who are Christians alone are doing war with the Mohammedans. These Mohammedans also pseudo Islamists. So there are also pseudo. Not they are act according to that. They are not at all following the footsteps of Bhagavan, Muhammad Nabi. No. They are also have transgressed the laws set by the Holy Quran. They are making their own laws. They are inserting and implementing the false laws as if there are so many denominations, mainly the Sunni and the Shia. Both are fighting each other. Both are killing each other. Is it? They are saying Muslims. How is it possible? Which is true Muslim? This fellow kills that fellow kills this fellow. And the third is the terrorist, fundamentalist, jihadist. Is it the Islam? No. There was only one Islam, that is only during the Muhammad, during Bhagavan period of Bhagavan Muhammad the Nabi, only the true Islam was there. After his death, slowly, eventually, he is divided into so many sects. They are saying the Muslims, fighting with, killing with each other. This fellow has studied years together the Quran and the Bible several times, and finally made the research and on it in the research volumes. We will see later. Therefore, all the religions are true religions are made by the Lord Himself. Even in the Bible itself, it is quoted like that only. In the Bhagavan Jesus also, these words are not mine. The Lord, our Father, within me is saying everything. He says. If Muhammad Nabi says, yes, what the Allah says, that is only this fellow says. Through this fellow, Allah speaks. That is what the Holy Quran. Isn't it? So, through Vyasa Bhagavan, the Bhagavad Gita came. Bhagavan only speaks. Therefore, all are God-made. Therefore, the God-made religions, the true religions, all are, in the essential is the same. That is, Ahimsa, Satya, Vairagya, non-dual, one God, realization. Vairagya means seeking bliss, peace within oneself, not seeking outside. Outside there is nothing. Outside there is nothing. Outside world, a positive world will give only comfort. That's all. Not sukha, not bliss, not peace of mind. That is called vairagya. That is seeking inward. By analyzing the realizing the world as it is. So, in this way runs the modern world, pathetically. So we are, therefore the Lord has finally, these are all Lord's play. The Lord's play, Alagila Vilayatudayar. The Lord is playing infinitely with infinite angles. That is what the Holy Surdi reveals us. Therefore, we have to simply say Alagila Vilayatudayar, because we cannot fathom the Lord's intention and all that. We cannot fathom. Our mind is just like a rat's hole, and the Lord's knowledge is just like a Pacific Ocean. How can you fill the Pacific Ocean within the rat hole? Is it possible? But we are trying to in this way. Why? Because of the egoistic arrogancy. I, my. Yes, because of the egoistic arrogance only makes all these conflicts, the confusions, everything. So, this is the modern world which drives us to the total destruction. The triangular fatal attacks destruction. But the Lord, we are running towards the destruction, but the Lord diverts our running, our race diverts towards the Fogu world. Through this revelation, through Kara. So Kara listens, Kara. So the Kara gives the emergency, most urgent emergency call. If anybody whoever listens to Kara's words will enter into the AAVS forward. Others we have to perish. There is no other way. What to do? So that is what. So God has been diverting all your attention, the pathetic attention, the attention that are all completely focused upon the money, sex, violence, madness has been diverted towards the AAVS Fogu world through these Kara's words. That's what. Now let us see a little deeply, as we have told in the last session, the AAVS Fogu world. Comparatively. So, all the root cause of all the miseries is the national border, NBIA, national border, ignorance, imagination, illusion. Here, in the Fogu world, there is only one land. That is the real. That is the one land. Fogu world means 5 O's human world. You see? 5 O's. Fogu. That is, F means 5 O's. Fogu means 5 O's. F means 5. O means O's. Who means human world. 5 O's human world. This is, first of all, the AAVS's 5 O's human world, Fogu world, not ordinary world. As we have told just earlier, even you may produce the world government and everything, you may get peace temporarily, but it will not long last if the AAVS is absent. The Holy Surdi knowledge is absent. The SSS education is absent. Then only if the SSS education only teaches you how to read the real human life, how to achieve the real human life's goal. This only is. Therefore, if this is absent, then all will collapse. Temporary peace may you get, but ultimately will be collapsed. That's what's happening now. Now, if you realize this, if you kindly, humbly, intelligently, sensibly, sincerely patiently listening Kara's words and realize the reality, then you will be saved. Otherwise, you will be perished. This is not curse. This is the reality expressed by the Lord Himself through this fellow. Please understand that. Therefore, this is not an ordinary YouTube channel. This is the channel that is dealing with the life and death problem of the whole humanity. Understand this. Somebody will listen this, definitely, because the Lord will not misguide. The Lord is, the purpose of the Lord will be solved, because His will alone will be executed. Therefore, such a confidence we are having. That's why the Lord is giving through this YouTube, simply, very simply, with the all simple manner, with the minimum requirement. That is the minimum requirement. One smartphone, that is the Galaxy A70, and the light, and the separate room, only, all the hale and healthy body, and the necessary message giving through the YouTube. Then it is being recorded permanently. The record will be permanent. Therefore, this fellow will not be destroyed, will not be thrown away through this, the fellow who is living through this YouTube. So, his fellow, even his body perishes, this body will. The body within this YouTube never perish, ever it will exist. And giving the emergency call. 1, 2, 3. Now 33rd. 33rd emergency, most urgent emergency call. This fellow will remain ever. So, this Fogu word is first AAVSS Fogu word. That is, we will see in detail later. What is this Fogu word? 5 O's human. One land, that is the one land is the nature. Here 200 lands. 200 lands. My motherland. My land, my land. And there are about 200. And within the 200s, there are so many fightings going on to separate the 200, to increase the 200 into somewhere. So that is also ever going on in the name of freedom fighting. So it is going on in this world. Here, this is the net. Therefore, this is the imaginary world, illusory world, delusory world. Therefore, miserable world. Can anybody, any reasonable person deny this? Any impartial person, sensible person can deny this? No, not at all possible. If you deny it, then your intellect is faulty. It is affected by some disease. So, here, the one land. Therefore, one land. It is the natural world. Therefore, that is one human family. We are not in the human only we are considering, not all the beings. They are living in harmony because they are not at all transgressing the natural laws, rules and regulations of the nature. They are not at all transgressing. Only these bloody human creatures alone already transgressed and living the money, sex, violence, mad life. That is why the blows after blows the Lord is giving, personally and cumulatively. Touching your heart, can you say that you are living in peace? Nobody can say. If you say like that, it is lie. It is just imagination. It may be temporary only. Or if you are a young fellow, you may say like that. Only because of the young blood, you may say like that. But how long time? How long time? It will not long last. Your own problems are there. So nobody lives with peace of mind. All are in commotion, internal and external. All are in fear. So, in this Fogu world, one land, that is the very nature, blissful nature. Therefore, one land, one human family. That is one people. People means people represents only the human beings, not other beings. Therefore, people, one land, one people. One people. Therefore, the people, all the people of all the world constitute one family, human family. Therefore, we are natural. That is only nature. We are all human beings, one human family. Therefore, there cannot be any difference. Naturally, only attributed difference. This caste, creed, sect, region, religion, these are all attributed, imagined. Varnacharma dharmas, these are all naming in the name of eternal dharma, Sanatana dharmas. Varnacharma, Sanatana dharmas is, that is the AAVS knowledge, that is the Sanatana dharma. Not this Varnacharma dharma. Understand? So these are all man-made. In order to rush towards the triangular total devastation. So here there is only one world where that is one land only. Therefore, one people only. Therefore, one family only, one human family. Therefore, one human family, for the one family, one rule is enough. Why then so many names? For a family, even the modern world family, there is only one head. There are no, the father is the head. Father, mother, the head. That is only one rule only there. Here role don't like that rule is entirely different from this rule. This ruling party and all these are all master servant ruling type. Master slaves ruling type. Here this is not master side ruling. This is parent children ruling type. Therefore, this one rule is guiding the ruling is here, guiding. That's all. Everybody is free, in and out, in the AAVS world. How we will see. Slowly we have to see. Because the matter is taken only now, after thousands of years. This is the Holy Surdi knowledge, the Holy Surdi itself has been revealed for the first time in the human history. Mind that. This is the first time. Ever since the world has been created. Understand that. If this is not given, then our total destruction is certain. Therefore, given. At the last moment, it has been given to the Lord. While the triangular fatal attacks threatening us fatally to war. So here the AAVS Fogu world is the real world. Not there is no element is unreal or unreal or the illusion or delusion or real world. You see, these are all within the frame of relative Advaita. Understand that? This is the relative Advaita we are dealing. The AIVS has applied Advaita Vedantic super science. This is applied Advaita means the practical super science, not the theoretical science, super science. So, in the practical super science, we are all one human being, one family. The human beings are one single family, inalienable, that is inseparable. It cannot be separated naturally. It is naturally binding. Yes, because they are all one human being. Natural binding. There are groups of deers are going, groups of buffaloes are going. They are bound by the natural binding. They goes in one way. Even some birds are flying, one group. It is natural binding. There where you might have seen the fishes in the sea. It will go in group. There are natural binding. In the same way, the human beings also in the Fogo world, the binding of one family is natural, blissful binding. That is bindingless binding. That is free binding. That is bound by love and mercy. Love and mercy. Bliss and peace. That is bound by that. Here, all hatred. All the politicians are dealing with hatred only. Heart full of hatred. You see, you just go in the social medias. Everywhere he is speaking like heroes, there is a perfect. These are all egoistic arrogance only speaking. There is no good or bad. Only the egoistic arrogance alone rules these fellows. Hatred. This fellow hates other and throws the hard words, insulting words, and that fellow again throws the words, and mutually throwing the hatred. And the only hatred is breeding. Where? Therefore, at last ends in the nuclear detonation. So, how can you expect peace in this modern world? It is unnatural. So, these are all unnatural. Not human. Human being's nature. Human being's nature is love, mercy. That is what Bhagavan Jesus taught. That is what Bhagavan Muhammad taught. That is what Bhagavan Vyasa taught. But that is what Jesus Christ taught. That is what Thiruvallur taught. That is what Bharatiya taught. And this is the great man, Vallalar. That is what Vallalar taught. That is what Taimanur taught. That is what Nayanmars and Alvars taught. So, the same thing. This is the reality, natural. The love and mercy, the love and blissful peace is our own real nature. This real nature is enshrouded by this money, sex, violence, madness. Only because of the ignorance. Not like that. If you remove the ignorance, you will be shining as you are. That is, as you are means as the Lord Himself. Because there is no individuality. The Lord alone will shine if the knowledge is lighted within you. The holy knowledge is lighted within you. The Lord alone shines everywhere. You cannot see other than the Lord in all the beings. Yes. Iswaro Jiva Kalaya Pravasto Bhagavaniti. So, the Iswara, the Lord Himself, in the name of Jiva, has entered into the Jada, the inert things. That is this body. That's what the body is, seems to be active. Understand that? The consciousness, that is the Lord Himself. In each and every atom, this consciousness is there. The knowledge is there. The bliss is there. But these are all enshrouded by the money, sex, madness. Money, sex, violence, madness. This is the truth. Therefore, if you enter into the world, even if you are the sinner than the sinnest person in the world, if you enter in the Pogo world, then all will be sin will be lost. All the sins will be destroyed spontaneously. Therefore, that is the nature of the AAVS Pogo. But the modern world is completely sinful. The sin alone is enshrouded completely the world. That's why the calamities, the triangular fatal attacks enshrouds us. Please realize this. This is the reality. Please separate just an half an hour for this video. Listen. There are daily some videos will be uploaded by this fellow, as long as the Lord commands. Therefore, how many videos this will be uploaded, this fellow doesn't know. But this fellow is now uploading at least one video daily. Per video now it is just an hour now. You have to listen, because this is the first time ever since the world has been created by the Lord. This is the first time the revelation of the Pogo world is given to the humanity. Therefore, it is in your hand alone whether to survive or to destroy, to be destroyed. Nobody is the natural instinct. Natural instinct is not to die. Not to die. Not survive only. Even if you touch any creature, it will try to survive only. This is nature to all the beings of the creature. That is these terrorists putting their bombs on their, tying bombs on their body, is destroys himself. Even if you try to catch that fellow, he will try to escape from the catching. Why? Because he may be killed. That is the nature. So, survival is our nature. Every being is trying to survive. That is all the beings except the human beings are living harmoniously according to the laws and regulations, according to the rules and regulations of the nature, almighty nature. That's why they are living in harmony. Don't think that a lion kills the deer and there are so many fightings are there. These are all, there is no egotism in them. The lion does not think that I am killing that fellow, I am murdering man and eating non-veg item. The lion does not think like that. It does not have any egotism, mind that. There is no egoistic arrogance. The deer does not think that I am being murdered. This sinner lion, the tiger kills me. Let this sinner be destroyed. No, it will never curse like that. Because the egoistic arrogance is absent in all the beings except the human beings. Understand that? Therefore, it is not due to the arrogance. Where the ahimsa and the non-violence and violence comes only in the human behaviors. It is given to only to these are all, other things are all, it is just nature. It is the natural instinct only. There is no egotism. The ahimsa satya comes where this egotism persists. Only in the human beings alone, the egoistic arrogancy persists. Isn't it? So, this is the real world. The AAVSS world is the real world. The AAVSS is the WSWS education. That is, WSWS means super scientific spiritual science. WSWS. That education is taught through the Holy Surdi. That is the textbook. That is the only one textbook for the Holy Surdi. The Gita is the quintessence of the Holy Surdi, but it is also part and parcel of the Holy Surdi, the last chapter of the Holy Surdi. It also in the Gita, also in the last words, you will see the words coming, Upanishads. So the AAVSS Fogu world, 5 was human world, therefore only one land, one people, one family, one rule. This rule is not master-slave, master-servant kind of rule. This is bound by the... Therefore, and the one rule, one God only. Ego devaha sarvabhudeshu gudaha sarvavyapi sarvabhudantaratma karmatyachaka sakshi cheda kevalo nityaha nirgunascha. This is the Holy Surdi. This mantra is the Holy Surdi, in which the complete 100% definition is of the Lord, of God, is given in this mantra. In which it is in short, a God alone exists. That is, God alone, He is ever all pervading. He is alone. That is, the God is only one. Ego devaha, God only one only. Sarva bhudesu gudaha, He is spreading through all the beings like sky. Sarva bhudesu gudaha, karmanti achaka, karma adhyachaka. He is the witness of all the actions being done by all the beings, not only all the beings, from a microcosmic beings to macrocosmic beings, all the beings and objects. He is the witness. He is the controller of the karmatya. In this way, it runs like that. So it is the reverence. He is Chakshi. He is the witness of all these things. Motionless witness, consciousness, witness consciousness everywhere. Chakshi, Cheda, that is, He is of the form of, that is knowledge itself. Knowledge absolute. Chakshi, Cheda, Kevalo, that is Kevalo, there is no translation in any language. That is, Kevalo means, this fellow cannot explain. That Kevalo can be experienced in the Nirvalpa Samadhi alone. That is absolute. In the English language, on the one word is absolute. He is absolute. Absolute what you can understand, that absolute. No? That is, it is experienceable. Chachi, Cheda, Kevalo, Nityaha, He is everlastingly existent. Kevalo, Nitya, Nirgunasa, there is no gunas at all. Guna belongs to these creatures only, to the creation only, not to the Lord who created. Actually, He is not at all creating. That is for in the time being, the Lord is creating, we are saying that. We have to go step by step only. We cannot understand immediately the higher, the absolute. So we are standing now, the Advaita state. The Advaita state only, this world, everything can be explained. In the another is the Visishtadvaita, that is, the Lord becomes all. That is called Visishtadvaita, the Lord himself. That up to the level only we can explain everything. And the relative Advaita, the relative Advaita partially can be explained. And the absolute cannot be explained. It all in the experience only, in the Anubhuti only. And beyond that Anubhuti also, that is the Ajata Tattva. These are all given by the Holy Surdi only. The Holy Surdi alone gives such a deepest knowledge from the cross knowledge to the subtle knowledge, and beyond the subtle knowledge, deepest knowledge. This is all you can have. These are step by step explained in the volumes of Kara, the Holy Dot volumes, more than 52 volumes. In these are explained. You have to study. There is no other way, because the human body is given for the purpose of leading Atmic life, not for any other purpose. Therefore, the human body is given only for the purpose of leading the human life and realizing the absolute reality, non-dual absolute reality to realize. For this purpose only, there is the greatest potentiality, the intellectual potential has been given by the Lord to them, not to travel, not to produce these atom bombs, hydrogen bombs, and destroy ourselves. Understand that. Therefore, such a sharpest, purest intellect is necessary to realize that. Therefore, you have to sacrifice your whole life. This means sacrifice is not a hard thing. It is blissful. Blissfully sacrifice. Susukam kartum avyayam. It is very, very blissful to perform. And avyayam, that is indestructible, that is everlasting. Such is the AAVS sadhana. You will enjoy yourself if you follow Kara's words. That is the words given by the Lord through Kara. Don't take ever individually. Yes, Kara is not at all an individual. He is just an instrument. All the messages are being given by the Lord himself only through this instrument Kara. Understand this main thing. Finding no other way, we are giving. When the words are coming, we have to give, we have to take into account, just like in the X in the mathematics, we have to take the individuality as if it were existing. Understand that? So this four world is the only, the last is one God only. So if you realize that there is one God, how the conflict arises between the religions? Understand that? Then if you realize that everything is created by the Lord himself, if you realize that, then how can you hate others? There is no word also others. So in the four world alone, these are all, realization is possible. Not in this modern world. These are all chaotic world. Your mind is filled with, gripped with, tortured with money, sex, violence. See? Mainly money. Now, at present, the 21st century, money. Money, 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 money. In all the human beings' minds, modern world, money only. How to earn? How to earn? So, if you listen Kara's words, if you enter into the Fogo world, the money value spontaneously drops off. Drops down. Yes? You see, here only one family, isn't it? Therefore, only one family. You are serving. Here, only one family is it. There you are the member, you are one of the members of the family. Therefore, all your actions will be diverted to oriented towards the welfare of the one family, isn't it? Therefore, in the modern world also, in a family, if you do some service to your family members, one of your family members, for taking your wife or daughter or brother or sister, if you do, if you are a doctor, if you attendance, so maximum size reached. Therefore, if you are one of the family members, for example, in your own family, you are a doctor. If you do medical treatment to your one of the family members, would you get charge from them? Would you charge for the treatment? No. Never, because it is your part and parcel of your own being. It is your own family. Therefore, in the same way, the food and shelter the family gives to you, isn't it? The whole family gives to you. But where the family getting money for that food and shelter? No. So, in a family, every members of the family is doing service to the family for the welfare of the family. Therefore, the family gives what are all the needs, fulfill the needs of the individual. In the same way, in the forward, the whole human beings, the whole mass of the human becomes the one family. You are doing service to the family. Therefore, you are doing free service to the family. You are getting everything free without any cost. So, thus this money value drops there. What is the use of money imagination? The currency imagination. It is actually paper and metal. That's all. The money is just metal and paper. Money is the running only in your imagination. There is no difference between currency and this paper. When the Modi announced the devaluation, there are hundreds of tons of black money were burned down, the steel thili, because it becomes the paper. It is useless also. It is not at all even useful for putting bond and all that. It is also not. It is so small and is useless papers only. So, the money imagination drops off itself in the AAVSS forward. No necessity. So, the one being where there is no conflict between them. Therefore, all are serving for the family and are utilizing all the blessings of the nature. There are innumerable blessings in the nature. Therefore, innumerable blessings in the nature, even if you produce now 750 crore people, even if you produce, even if the population goes up to 750,000 crore, for them also the blessings will not be exhausted. Understand? Such blessings are there. Natural resources are there in the world. It will not. Therefore, it is inexhaustible. The Lord produces, you see, the Lord produces from a single grain. There are hundreds of grain in a single grain. In the field, you are sowing only one grain. That produces hundreds of grain. In this manner, the Lord has given so much of wealth, natural resources. Only because of the imagination, this egoistic arrogancy, this IIMIA, individual I come my, ignorance, illusion, imagination alone, all the scarcities, all the miseries, all the starvation, deaths, all are coming only because of this imagination. That's why this world is a imaginative world, ignorant world. In the forward world, these are all become absent. How nature it is. This is the natural world. So, the whole world is become transformed into the AAV's world. Nobody is lost. Nobody is killed. Nobody is murdered. No place for violence, even a bit in the AAVS's forward world movement. That is the Hosa, Om Hosa forward world movement. The Hosa forward movement or mission. No violence. All blissful Satya, Ahimsa, Satya, Vairagya, non-dual reality only is the platform on which the forward world is blossoming. Just realize this. This is the reality. So far your mind has been shrouded by this money, sex, violence, madness, the ignorance. That's why you are not at all giving any attention to this. No, that's why you do not care about the Kara's words. It is temporary only. Kara met only limited a few hundred people, all neglected. That is natural. Kara is not having. There are 750 crore people. This is spreading through the YouTube. Definitely, majority of the people will welcome these Kara's words and appreciate the Kara's words, understand the Kara's words, appreciate the Kara's words, and assimilate the Kara's words, and come forward unitedly and make this world, transform this world, transduce this world into AAVS forward. Certain. Only the time is there. Therefore, have confidence in the Lord and in you, in the unity. Therefore, that's why the Kara is speaking very confidently, blissfully, and whatnot. So, through blissfully only all these words are coming. Understand? Because to these fellows, kith and kins, all are misunderstanding Kara, only misunderstanding. Because outwardly Kara is, seems to be very bad fellow or any in their angle maybe. But once, if they listen Kara's words and read that is the most practical superscientific thesis, and read the holy dot volumes, they will understand Kara. And Kara lives for the whole world, for the welfare of the whole world. They will understand. Kara is the bottommost serpent of the humanity. They will understand. Therefore, that means that Kara doesn't bother. Kara will try his level best. Kara will try his level best to spread this message to the nook and corner of this world. That the Lord has opened this is the YouTube. YouTube is the doorway of the nook and corner of the whole world. This will go YouTube. I think there is no place where YouTube is absent. That is where the internet is absent. There is no place. Therefore, Wherever the internet is spreading, there is YouTube. There is kara'sWARLESS will be spreading. Definitely hundreds of crores of people will hear kara. Hear kara. At that time the body may exist or not, that doesn't matter. Time is infinite. At any time, definitely the people will see the kara and form the forward. Then they will appreciate and build a golden temple for kara and Bhagavan Sri Vishwakarma for their own happiness. Not what is the use of your golden temple or your prize or your money. No use for kara and Bhagavan Sri Vishwakarma. There is no use, isn't it? They themselves are bliss itself, the ocean of bliss. The ocean needs no water from outside, because wherever the water, that is the part of the ocean only. Yes, the water, everything is the water from the ocean only. Because why? Because from the ocean the rain goes, the rain is produced, and the rain water only here and there, everywhere. Therefore, the ocean water only here also. In the same manner, the Lord alone exists. Therefore, kara is just a symbol, just a sign. That's all. So, in order to give you an identification, the body exists. Therefore, the Lord is possible to produce anything from any object. So, the Lord is so powerful. Therefore, this fellow is one of that small creature, an instrument, to give you the message of the Lord's message. Therefore, the Lord's message is of the form of Satya, Ahimsa, Vairagya, non-dual, one God reality. Therefore, it cannot be destroyed. It cannot be wasted away. It maybe seems to be, you may neglect for the time being. A time will come. All the attention of the whole people are diverting, focusing towards kara'sWARLESS. Yes, kara'sWARLESS and the literature. Time will come. Definitely. There is no need either at all. This is also permanent. You will see the same thing. No matter whether the body exists or not on that time. No matter. But it is definite. So, have intelligently analyzed what kara says and come to the wise conclusion whether you want the total devastation or the complete blissful AAVS forward. So we have seen shortly the AAVS forward. Shortly. Yes. We will go there because it is having infinite glories. Shortly we have seen the form of the AAVS world, that is the natural world. We have seen the form of the gaiotic world. We are differentiating each other. Kara has submitted the concept before you through this YouTube. In the next session we will see how the forward world can be formed. How the forward world can be formed and how it will be developing and how this and all that. In these three things only we will be dealing. Very simple. Don't think this is a very highest philosophy. No, highest philosophy of course. But it is so simple. So simple. Susugam kartumavya. It is very blissful. Susugam. The Gita. That is the Gita. The Holy Sruti alone. Susugam kartumavya. It is very blissful to do the AAVS sadhana. And the result is avyayam. It is indestructible. Everlasting. That is what. We will see slowly. That is, we will be going. We are going through the Pacific Ocean. Before, at the beginning, it may seem very shallow water. in the near the shore, even though it is a Pacific, near the shore, the water will be shallow. It may just up to the knee only. And if you go there, you cannot you cannot touch the bottom of the, that is the ocean. You cannot, because the pressure is tremendous. There are kilometers of depth. You cannot go there. All the beings are living layer by layer, certain layer by layer, because of the pressure of the water. So, in the bottommost living being will not come to the top. If it comes, it will be blasted into, because of that body is so built in such a way that can live in that depth, in that tremendous pressure. If you put the big elephant in the bottom, suddenly it will be pressed just like a squirrel. That's all. In such a pressure is there at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. So we cannot reach the bottom of the individually. So such is the Lord's grace. That is, we have to realize that. So this is the forward. This is the modern book. And this is the speciality of the spoken word is the AAVSS. That is, so far in this AAVSS, the AAVSS, the knowledge of the Holy Sruti is absent here. And the forward, the Holy Sruti, the knowledge of the Holy Sruti, that is the double education is mingled blissfully with the material education, the material science education. So blended. So outwardly blissful, inwardly blissful in the AAVS forward. Here, outwardly tragedy, inwardly tragedy, therefore the total devastation due to the triangular pattern attacks. How pathetic. See, the human, mainly mind that the human form is given by the Lord Almighty, by the nature for the purpose of leading Atmic life. That's why the human being is so special. This facility, this intellectual capacity is not given for producing atom bombs, hydrogen bombs, and all these things. This highest intellect is given only to the human beings, because such a tremendous power, intellectual power is necessary. Pure power is necessary to realize the God through the Holy Sruti and Bhagavan, Sadguru Bhagavan, like Sri Vishwamahamani. Yes. So we will continue in the next session. We will be going on as long as the Lord allows, commands. So how many videos this fellow will upload? He doesn't know. At present he is uploading. This is the second video. This is 33 second video. Today this fellow join the 2 videos will be there, and join it and make upload. No views are there. Kara doesn't bother whether we no views, no likes, dislike, that doesn't bother, because this is God's willing. It will go in due time. In due time, everything will happen. That is confidence. Therefore, Kara speaks sincerely. The Lord has made the spotless within this heart. The heart is melting for the whole humanity. That is such the Lord has, because of the grace of the Lord Bhagavan Sri Vishwamahamani, this fellow has attained such a grace within this fellow. That's why this fellow is producing all these things miraculously. This is the miracle indeed. So, thank you. We will meet in the next section.